Dad,
Well,
what is your full name?
Christian L.
No, L isn't full. What's your middle name?
Luther.
Christian Luther what?
Frye.
Frye.
Right.
All right. What was your mother's name?
And Mary Magdalena Zook, Z-O-O-K.
Where was she born?
She was born around Bainbridge, Pennsylvania, I believe.
And what year or what date?
1856.
Where did her family come from?
Her family came from where in Pennsy?
Marietta?
Huh?
Marietta?
Yes.
What about your father? What was his name?
Her father's name was Frye. He spelled it F-R-Y first, and then he had an E drifted into it.
Where was he from?
He was from Olten, U-L-T-E-N, Tyrol, Germany.
Austria?
What?
Was it Austria?
Yeah.
Right.
But that Austria now is in
Italy.
Yes, on piece of Italian Italy.
Right. What was his full name? What was his first name?
John.
And his middle name?
Had no.
He had no middle name.
No, didn't make any.
All right. What do you remember most about your mother from your childhood?
Well, she was a mother. That's about all you can consider.
Nothing special that you can remember?
Nothing special, no. She was at times irritated and liable to slap you down.
She was strict? Was she
Strict.
very strict?
Yes, very strict, yes.
Did she work hard?
Yes, she did.
She take good care of her house?
What?
Did she take good care of her house?
Took good care of, right.
Did she like to sew and cook?
What?
Did she like to sew and cook?
Yes, sewed.
She
Yes,
did
and
sew a
plant, yeah.
Did
And,
she make your clothes?
yes.
Did you have any brothers or sisters?
Any brothers? Oh, I had 2 or 3 brothers.
Well, what were their names?
Well, my brother Jake was the oldest. He was born in 1885. And John was born in 2 years later.
Did John have a middle name?
John C., yes.
What is the C for?
Huh?
What was the C for?
John C., well, I don't know. That's the name I remember that was given to him.
Right. What do you remember most about your father?
He was a worker,
He worked hard. What kind of work did he do?
laborious work.
Did he have a farm?
To an extent, yes, you'd call it a farm.
When was your birth date? Your birth date?
My date was March 18th, 1891.
1891.
Yes,
And where were you born?
Longport, New Jersey.
You were born at home.
Hey?
You were born at home, not the hospital.
That's right, not in the hospital.
Was there anything unusual about your birth? Did your mother tell you anything unusual, any stories about when you were born?
No,
Like the
only,
middle of the night or anything?
no, only get out of here.
Oh, okay. How about your name, Christian Luther? Why did your mother name you Christian Luther?
That was a name that Mother picked out in her own dictation.
Do you know why she did it?
No, because she was religiously inclined to do so.
Was the Luther for
Huh?
was Luther for Martin Luther?
Was for Martin Luther, yes.
Well, your father was Catholic, right? Roman Catholic?
He was, yes, from a Catholic country, Hungary.
Right. And how about your mother? Your mother, what religion did she have?
She had a Pennsylvania Dutch.
Mennonite.
Mennonite, yes.
Who do you think you look more like, your mother or your father?
I would say my father,
Look more like your father?
yes.
How did you get along with your brothers
What?
when you grew up? How did you get along with your brothers? Did you play good together or did you fight?
No, we were not dictatorial, no.
Yeah. Were you the youngest?
I was the youngest, yes.
Which brother did you feel closest to?
Jake,
Jake, your
Yeah.
older brother,
Yeah.
oldest brother. How did you spend your time when you were boys? What did you do for fun?
play ball.
What kind of ball?
Well, we played a ball where you would pitch it over the fence or pass it to each other or play home run,
Baseball or handball?
baseball, yeah.
Did you play on the beach or did you play in the yard?
We played wherever it was handy.
Did you swim much in the summer?
Yes, we swam quite a lot, I would say. I swam out to a party that were practically shipwrecks with my brother-in-law, Sam Price, and almost drowned him because he was farther than he thought.
Oh,
And I had to go back and coax him along for the next quarter mile.
Who taught you how to swim?
Ellis Ireland, the one-legged fellow at Margate.
Is that right?
Yep.
Was he a good swimmer?
Yes, he was. He was good, yeah.
Did he have his leg off? Did he have both of his legs when you knew him?
No, he had no leg.
He always had that one leg removed from the time you remember him?
No, he had no. He had both legs intact.
When he taught you how to swim?
That's right.
Did your parents speak a different language at home? Or did they always
Occasionally,
just once in a while?
once in a while,
They
yeah.
spoke German to one another?
Yeah, but my father always insisted that he spoke German to them,
To who?
to the children.
Oh, he did speak German to you?
Hey?
He spoke German
Yeah.
to you?
That's right.
Did the children, were you able to speak German back to your
Yeah.
father?
Yes.
But not your mother, just the father?
Mother and father converse in Pennsylvania Dutch.
Right. Did your family ever attend a church together? Did you ever attend church together?
Practically not.
No. Did you go with your mother?
Yes,
You did.
yes.
How long did you go? And where did you go?
The Margate City.
Margate Church?
Margate Church, Margate City.
But your father didn't go with you.
I'd say no.
Did he go to the Catholic Church?
No.
You never knew him to that. Did your family have enough money, or was it hard to get along in those days?
It was what you call a stretch in the penny.
Stretching the penny.
Yes.
What was one of the worst times you had financially when you were young with your family? When you were a boy, do you remember any really hard times financially?
Well, we were generally poor, that was all.
All the time. You
Generally,
had trouble.
yes.
You had a problem making ends. What were one of your best times as a family?
Well, when I was going to school and sold newspapers and things like that.
Oh, you were a newspaper boy?
Hey?
You
Yeah.
were, what What paper did you deliver for?
Lancashire Press,
Did
and
you?
yeah,
The
Public
morning paper.
Ledger, Public Ledger, and I don't know what newspapers were sold that I didn't sell.
Hmm. How did you deliver them? Did you walk?
I received them at the Longport railroad station.
And you walked to each house?
I delivered them and sold them at the little station.
Oh, they came and bought the papers
Yes,
from you.
and dumped them off on the platform. Yes,
Oh, and then just people came to you and you sold them.
that's right.
You didn't deliver them.
I delivered only from the station to the individuals.
I see. Well, how old were you at that time?
10 to 14.
That was your first job?
Yeah.
Selling newspapers. Hmm. Who is the oldest person you can remember? Who's the oldest person from your childhood that you can remember?
Adam and Eve? Oh, no, not.
Who? Who?
What do you mean? From
When
the,
you were young, who did you think was really old?
who really
Who
old?
was really old when you were young?
Well, I would say Mr. and Mrs. Krause.
Who were they?
They were residents of the Longport.
Mm-hmm. What did Mr. Krause do?
Hey?
What did he do?
He had a Bayview Club. He was caretaker of the Bayview Club.
I see. Where was it that you lived in Longport
What?
when you were born? Where were you born? What?
I lived. I was born between the 4th and 5th Street, and in between the Atlantic and Pacific, in the borough of Longport.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any nicknames?
Dutchie.
Dutchie?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Who
Yes, from the school kids.
The school kids called you Dutchie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I didn't make any difference.
You didn't get mad?
No.
Bother you? Did you have any pets?
Yeah, what was I to do? For 80 years,
What?
I had a dog from 1898 to you figured in 98, 88, 78 to 78.
Not the same dog.
No, it wasn't the same dog.
What was the name of your first dog?
Hey?
What was the name of your first dog?
Dewey.
Dewey?
It was Dewey because we had the Spanish-American War going on,
Mm-hmm.
and Dewey we named after Dewey and the sheriff and the Commodores that we had at that time in the Spanish-American War
Uh-huh.
in 1898.
Uh-huh. Were you ever really bad sick? Were you ever sick?
Yeah, well, yes, I had measles and chicken pox when I was 14.
Both of them together?
Yeah.
You did? And you were really sick with it?
Hey?
Was that the only time you remember really being sick?
Oh, yes, yes,
Uh-huh. Did you have the doctor?
yes.
You did? Mm-hmm. What do you remember about the grammar school you attended?
The grammar school, I went to the normal school until I was 14
Mm-hmm. Where was that?
in Longport.
In Longport?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And how did you get there?
Well, it wasn't a differential school like they have at the present time. It was all Longport.
I see. Where was that located?
It was
What street?
Well, the first one was located at McCoy. McCoy was the only building where we had the first year's schooling, and that was on the corner of on the alley at 17th. Let's see that. No, it was 19th. 19th and Atlantic, where we had school, and then from there they organized a school that we went to school in the Borough Hall.
How many kids were in the school?
23.
23, all from Longport.
Yes, yes.
Did you have any favorite books that you liked or stories when you were a child?
I don't think I do have.
When you were young, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Farmer.
You wanted to be a farmer?
Yeah.
What did your parents want you to be? Did they have anything special they wanted you to be?
I don't think so. They just say, run on, child, run on.
Oh. Do you remember the price of certain things? Do you
No.
remember how much it cost to buy a suit of clothes when you were young?
Yeah, 12, about 8. You mean for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much?
$12, you might say, at the highest.
The $12 for a suit.
Yeah.
A whole suit. All right. How about food? Any food that you remember? How much was that?
Food was not expensive in my time. I remember when we bought a box of pears from Sears Roebuck Company, 20 pounds for 80 cents.
Wow.
In a box. Yeah.
Did your mother cook them? Did she?
No,
Or
but
did you just eat them?
the condition was Uncle Jake couldn't eat them all.
Oh. Uncle Jake liked to eat, didn't he?
That's right.
Isn't that why he married Aunt Mary?
Hey?
Isn't that why he married Aunt Mary?
Yeah.
She was a cook.
She was a cook.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Did you have any special toys?
Hey?
Did you have any special toys?
No, I
toys?
didn't. Naturally, I was inclined to automobiles.
Oh, you like those. Mechanical things.
Hey?
Mechanical things. you
Yes,
liked.
yes.
And how much were stamps when you were young? If
What?
you wanted to mail a letter, how much did it cost you?
2 cents?
2 cents. Oh, first class.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Did you have any jobs to do around the house that your parents made you do? Household chores?
Well, yes, miscellaneous jobs.
Like what?
Well, cut wood and things that I had to bring it in the house and take care of the dog
Never-
and shovel snow away from the front door.
You never had to wash the dishes?
No, I wasn't.
Uh-huh. Did you get an allowance?
No,
How did you get your money, spending money?
didn't have any.
Didn't have any? If you ever got any, how did you spend it?
Eh?
If you ever got any money, like when you sold your newspapers, how did you spend your money, or did you save it?
I saved it,
You
bought a
did?
shotgun.
And for a shotgun. Oh.
Yeah.
Did your family ever go away on a vacation?
No.
Never went on a vacation. And how did your family get around? And for transportation, what did you use when you were young?
Horse and wagon.
Horse and wagon. What grade were you in school when you finished?
What?
What grade were you in school when you
I
finished?
was in first grade 2 years.
No, you said you were 14?
Hey?
You were 14. Did you stop school because you were sick?
You know, I had bees and chicken pox the last couple of months when we went to school.
Uh-huh.
And I was hit with a condition that I was hard to remember things. I'd have to write things down. And it was kept me that way for, I'd say, several months.
At what grade were you in then?
I was first grade was.
You mean in ninth grade, eighth grade, ninth
Eighth
grade?
grade.
Eighth grade.
Eighth grade,
I
yeah.
see. Did you play any musical instruments?
A little on the organ.
Did you?
Yeah.
Your mother had an organ?
Yeah.
Did she? Where did she get that? Did she have that before she was married?
Well, now you asked me a question I don't think I can answer.
Were you ever in any plays at school?
Once in a while, yes.
Did you like that?
Yes.
Do you remember any special one you were in?
No, I don't anything special, anything more dictatorship.
Oh. Did you play any sports in school? Any special sports? Did they have them in school then?
Yes, they
Sports?
had, but
You didn't get involved in them?
hey, no,
No.
no.
Did you receive any kind of prizes for school? Any kind of prizes or
And prizes?
awards?
Yes, a box of candy for being one of the best writers because I use my left hand.
Oh.
And then when Miss Rusley pushed me over into the right hand writing, I lost all my championship.
Oh, I see. What songs? Do you remember any special songs that you liked when you were young?
Near my God to thee.
Nearer my God to thee?
Yeah.
Did you sing that in school?
Yes.
You did. Okay. What is different about the clothes today that we wear today and what you wore when you were young? Is there any difference? What would you say the main difference is?
They don't wear any today, which we wore yesterday.
Oh, they were heavier clothes, weren't they?
Yeah.
What do you think influenced your thinking during this time when you were growing up? What was the biggest influence in your life? Who or what? Any certain person
For what?
influenced the way you thought or what you wanted to be?
No, I didn't. I don't think I had any influence from outsiders.
No? No older friends that were
No.
influential in your life?
No.
At what point did you move away from home?
At
When?
what point?
When did you move away from home? How old were you?
Well, when you have to divide. You have to divide. I spent 13 years, 8 months, and 23 days in the Coast Guard station at Longport.
With your parents?
Yes.
But when did you leave your parents? When you got married? Was that when you left home? Began to live somewhere else?
Well, now let's see. No, I didn't leave my parents at any particular time, with the exception that I moved with my mother to Pleasantville in 1906. I stayed there a year and worked in Atlantic City in Pleasantville. And then from that point, why I went to work. I went to live with my father.
You were how old then?
I was,
Teenager?
yeah, yes.
How did you, when you were a youngster at home and you were just young, how did you celebrate Christmas? What did you do? Did you have a tree?
Took everything as it went along and shut up.
Did you get many presents?
Oh, yes.
You got presents? Did you have a Christmas tree?
Hey?
Did you have a Christmas
We
tree?
had a Christmas tree,
You
yeah.
had a turkey dinner or a special dinner?
Yes, we had generally a good meal and at home at night.
Was your mother a good cook?
Yeah.
She was. Did you have any special celebrations for your birthday? Did you usually have a birthday cake for your birthday?
Yes,
You did?
yes.
What was the best gift you ever got when you were young? Do you
The what?
remember the best gift or present? Do you remember getting any special presents?
Only one I bought.
Oh, what was that? The
Shotgun.
What do you think was the best gift you ever gave anybody?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. I might have to have some kickers on that. What would you say?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe the engagement ring you gave Mother.
Yes, I gave her. I remember.
There's some nice jewelry you gave her. I would take a guess.
By
at
the
one of
way,
those.
where is it now?
Oh, your oldest daughter has it.
Mm.
That's what. That was Mother's desire.
Yes.
I think that's right. I might be wrong. All right. Did you have any favorite recipes or things that your mother cooked that you liked real well? What was some of the special things that she made?
No, I don't.
I thought you
say.
liked raisin pie.
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay. Do you remember your grandparents? Do you remember your grandparents on, of course, your father's side? They were in Austria. What about your mother's side? Did you meet the grandparents?
No, I had no parents in America on my father's side.
About your mother's side? Did
My
you
mother's side,
Did you ever
yes.
meet them?
Yes,
You did meet them?
yes.
When?
What?
How old were you? When was it? When you were just...
When I was a child,
Now, where and how did you meet Nana?
how? That question.
You always knew her? You knew her as a child?
Yes. Yes.
You knew her and she grew up.
Yeah.
What did you like about her the best? What attracted you to her?
I don't know why. It's just perpetual friendship.
I see. What did you wear when you got married? Did you have a new suit?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Did you wear a suit?
Yes.
What is the strongest memory from your wedding? What do you remember most about the wedding?
Well, I went to probably, as you know, I courted at Bargaintown years ago, and I decided with a neighbor when they thought it was time for me to get married, and I went over there the night before, and we met in the church, and we were married there, and the next night I took the wife that was at that time and the brother to a sit out of the Ringling Brothers in Atlantic City.
After you're married? After the wedding?
After the wedding. But the wedding, we went there and we were married. Went over to the neighbor's home, shook hands and went home.
Was that O'Neill's?
Hey?
Was that O'Neill's, Mr.
Yeah.
and Mrs. O'Neill?
Yeah.
Were they the ones that told you to get married?
Yeah.
It was their idea?
Hey?
Was it their idea?
Was
it the O'Neill's idea that you
Yeah.
get married, or yours?
Well, I thought, they thought my wife was being tormented or so at home, and had too many children to take care of.
Or was it Nana's idea?
Yes.
Yes. Let me see. What was mother's full name? Her before she was married?
Sarah
Sarah
Price.
Price. Okay.
Sarah Price.
All right. And how many children did you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, right. Let me see. What do you think is the funniest thing that ever happened to you in your life?
Everything happened. Well, I would say when I backed the toot load of rock out of the runway, building the jetties, out to the end, and the last plank broke, and I fell in the drink.
Oh, that was funny?
It was funny.
Oh, it didn't upset you? It wasn't dangerous?
Hey?
It wasn't dangerous?
Oh, yes, it was dangerous. I was building jetties in Longport,
Yeah.
and the plank broke
Mm-hmm.
and left me in the drink.
Yeah. What did the working man say?
Hey?
Didn't you tell me something one time about what the working
Yeah,
man
one of the
said?
colored men was on the fender of the truck, and I went over there, and the car started to turn over. The colored man said, "There goes the boss."
But you came up again. The boss came up again. All right. What was your proudest moment? The proudest moment. Can you think of something you're really proud of in your lifetime?
Proudest, I don't know. Did that come in the business?
Well, if you could think of it, it takes a little thought sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Was there ever any time you were really embarrassed about something?
What?
Was there a time when you were really embarrassed about something?
No, I wouldn't say so.
What do you think was your saddest time? Or most painful time?
Well, probably when I lost my mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would think so. What was the longest trip you've ever taken in your lifetime?
We hope it's still over? No. No. I was down to,
Virginia?
yeah, when I was down to Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the furthest you've been. Who were you with? Who went with you?
It was Sally and Mother
Mm-hmm.
and so forth.
Why did you go down? Was it a vacation?
Just to drive down there for the day to show that we could drive 500 miles in a day and get away with it.
Oh,
It took 17 hours.
uh-huh. You were never in the military service, were you?
No.
Other than your school time, where do you think you've learned the most? How do you think you've learned the most? Through what source?
How I learned the most?
Mm-hmm. Through what? Other than school?
I don't know.
Just by doing? You learned by doing?
Operation, yes.
Did you have any special person to help you in learning to?
No.
What kind of work have you done most of your life?
Mechanical work.
Building?
House building, wharf building, so forth.
Mm-hmm. Which part did you enjoy the most?
Pile driving, wharf building, and the house. I built several good, nice houses in Margate, Longport.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is the best house you built? Where's that?
One at 8221 Atlantic Avenue.
Mm-hmm. It's still up today.
Oh, yes.
People still living in it.
Yes. I built it in 1981, 1980. No, it is 21. I built it 1921.
You built it. When did you start building houses? How old were you?
30.
30?
No, I wasn't 30. I started building houses for Sam Stetzer when I was 21.
When you were 21?
Yeah.
What organizations do you belong to in your
What
lifetime?
organized fire department.
Fire department?
Yes.
Where? Where?
Longport.
In Longport.
Yeah.
Did you hold an office there?
I was fire chief for 25 years.
Did you belong to any other organizations?
Well, Red Men and stuff of that kind, but I wore out of it after a while when they got too dilapidated and started to want money, hold their hands out for something, a job.
Have you ever been in the hospital? Did you ever have any long time in the hospital?
No, well, yeah. I fell from the top of the steel pier in November the 17th, 1924.
And what happened?
I broke my pelvis. I'm broke on both sides. I got doctored up, got patched up, and I can swim yet.
What was your first full-time job when you could really support yourself?
For sure. I built a house at Sam Stetzer in Longport
Oh, that was your first full-time job.
for $1,050.
That was the cost of the house?
5 rooms and bath.
Oh, well, how much money did you make from that?
$200.
$200.
Yeah.
Do you have any, what do you like to do with your spare time? Do you have any hobbies? Have you ever collected any sorts of
Collecting
things?
stamps.
Or stamp collector?
Yes.
And how did you like to spend your spare time? Did you have...
I wasn't given any spare time in my life.
No? What did you do with all your time?
Work,
You worked.
building.
Did your family have any heirlooms or anything that they passed along from one generation to another? Anything that was important?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Have you ever met anybody famous in your
Yeah,
lifetime?
I spent the presidents and so forth.
You met some of the presidents? Who?
Tom, Dick, and Harry, whatever the name was, but I forget.
You forgot who they were, but you met some of them in Longport?
Yeah.
They came to Longport?
Yeah.
What major inventions have come along in your lifetime? What things have been invented during your lifetime?
Well, what you have there, television.
Yes.
Television and relays of that kind. I had a dot and dash. I had a dot and dash one time, which I had for quite a little while till my wife got interested in it. And we used to transmit messages to Brother John on Pacific Avenue, and she just got her leg a little bit up over to the battery, and the shock went to her leg. I don't want to do that anymore.
That was when you were first married?
Yes.
She didn't want to have anything to do with it, huh?
Yeah.
Is there anything in your life that you'd like to live over? Any time in your life you'd like to live over?
I don't know. I'm lucky to be living alone at the present time without a wife. Yeah.
There's nothing you'd like to live over. There was any favorite time of your life?
What do you mean live over?
A favorite time of your life? Like when you were younger, when your children were younger, or when you were a boy, or when you were middle-aged? Is there any other time you'd rather have to live over than right now?
I don't think so.
No. You're satisfied to be the age you are now?
What?
You're satisfied to be the age you are now?
Yes, I really lucky to be my 92 3/4.
Mm-hmm. What are any of your favorite sayings? Do you have any favorite sayings? Any favorite sayings?
Favorite what?
Sayings.
Saying.
Yes.
Oh, no, nothing more than immer and immer das Schaffen geht schlimmer.
What's that mean?
The longer I work, the harder work goes.
The harder the work goes. Have you ever read any really good books that you remember? You have any favorite books or anything?
Yes, I read a number of them, and I don't know that I would care to read them again.
Well, can you remember the name of one?
Name of one? Well, what would you call? Fox and Geese or something like that?
I remember a song you used to sing when we were kids, and you used to play it on the piano about Red Wing.
Yeah.
How does that go?
I lost all the leading to that.
Oh, the moon shines so bright on pretty red wings.
Fasting away.
Yeah, you remember the tune, you forget the words, huh?
Yes.
In times of trouble, what do you think has pulled you through? I know you've been through the Depression and everything. What do you think has been the thing that has pulled you through hard times? What has kept you going?
Well, I was prompted by West Side Lumber Company when I built my house and lost it by fire. I had an extra $1,000 on the house. Mm-hmm. And when the fire insurance was paid, I had a $1,500 on the house and an extra $1,000. I gave it over to the lumber man to give me material to buy in the years coming by. Mm-hmm. And that West Side Lumber Company helped me along and assisted me in my work.
Mm-hmm. Would you have any advice to give to your grandchildren? What kind of advice would you give to your grandchildren?
Don't let them skin you like they do today.
What's that mean?
Well, they're all robbers at the present time.
Who?
All the public.
All the public is?
All the public. Well, you go to the bank now, you go to the bank and ask them to loan you $50. And you go to the bank and draw your money. They'll give you $50 cash when they take your book, and then they write up a check for $50. Then they give you another $50. Mm-hmm. And so they're $100 out, because in the first place they gave me $50. And then they wrote on the book, they advanced the bank deposit. Instead of subtracting, they added to my balance, made it $100 I owed them.
Do you think people add as good as they do today as they did yesterday?
What?
Years ago, do you think people can add and figure out as well as when you were a boy today?
No, I don't think they're half honest.
You don't approve of the computer?
No.
You know, the calculator? You think it's better to add things up in your head?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use it.
You still use
Addition.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think is there anything else you'd like to say? I think we've covered a lot of things. Maybe there's something important you want to...
Well, the conditions was with my finance, I went into owning $50,000 worth of material in the borough of Longport, and when the victims of the people and so forth didn't go in along with me and take my buy and give me an opportunity to pay it out, that's when I lost $50,000 on my 5 properties that I owned at that time.
That was during the Depression?
In 1930, yeah.
Yeah. You owned several homes, didn't you?
5.
5 homes. You lost all of them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that must be...
Don't put your money in the building loan anymore.
I see. Well, I think we covered pretty much everything.
Think we did?
I think so.
How about the background?
Anybody else have anything else?
Man went a hunting or went to hunting.
Oh,
He knows that one.
You know that song about the man that went to hunting?
Hey?
The man that went to hunting on a Sunday morning.
Started how
I
He took his gun along.
They took his gun along. Man went hunting on a Sunday morning, took his gun along.
yeah,
Do you know that song?
I might get the tail of it.
Was there something about a bear?
Yeah, and I climbed up a tree. That bear sat down upon the ground. I can't recall just where that comes in at.
Oh, you can't remember that rest of it.
No.
I can't remember it either. I remember something about a bear.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, I remember the story of this. The bear sat down upon the ground, and I climbed out on a limb. I cast my eyes to the Lord in the skies, and these words said to him, "Oh, Lord, if you don't help that, please don't help that brittle. If you don't help me, don't help that grizzly bear."
Is that the end of it?
That's about the end of it.
I guess this is the end.
Now what?